Southern California, home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for Black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for Black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the Black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@KBLA1580.com. That's advertising at KBLA1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you Black.
You ready?
It's the queen of royal badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers.
Highlighting people and things you should know about.
Robin's got you covered. Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
Robin's got a lot to talk about.
Falo coisa pra você. O que você quer agora? Você sempre tá querendo coisa. Ah, agora eu entendo. Ah, você quer que eu faça isso? Ok. Tá bem.
I can be a little picky, blame the sticky icky, pick a bottle, get a glass, down and sippy sippy. I see you, baby, keep bouncing on your tippy toes. When the beat drop, dip and make the booty roll. Cold piece of work, filling out your mini skirt. It's Saturday night, you probably wear that shit to church. You sick of lame dudes frontin' with attitude, talking about they rims and all they damn tennis shoes. I got some grown man game for your Bluetooth. I'm hot, middle of winter coupe, no roof. You used to sushi, vino, and some calamari. You want a nigga that might grow up and be somebody.
You are inside the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580, where we bring you the latest in entertainment news, trending topics, and interviews. I'm your host, Robin Ayers. Woo! You can play that, Andy?
Can you work with that?
I can work with that.
Okay, all right. I gotta say, I tried to say I could battle Andy with my music or whatever, but it's when you pull out hits like this, Andy. Come on. Listen, I hope you are having a happy Friday. Wow, I think everybody's off. Hopefully, everybody was off today, enjoying their weekend and going into the weekend and all of that good stuff. I enjoyed my yesterday. I'll say that yesterday we definitely had off. So hope you all did as well, and you ate some good food, or you just relaxed, or whatever it is that you chose to do. I hope that you had a relaxing time. You know what I realized, though? I have not gone to see fireworks in quite some time. Maybe that's a next year thing. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll start going out, seeing where they do these types of things. I don't know, but I don't know. Andy, what did you end up doing?
Wasn't nothing cracking literally outside of your home?
No, there was plenty cracking outside of my home. I mean, I'm not going to the street fireworks show, though. It's got to be safe. I mean, it was literally like World War III or something. I mean, it was just crazy outside.
It's every year.
Yeah. Did you enjoy your 4th?
I chilled. I relaxed, man. I had a knee injury kind of flare up, so kind of took me down or whatnot. But, it was cool to have a day off, eat some barbecue or whatnot. So
okay.
It was cool. All
right. Well, good. I'm glad that you relaxed. Okay. So I see you guys inside of our YouTube chat. I see you, Raw Squad, coming through. Well, as we get ready for the weekend, let's go ahead and get into a couple of updates. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, once again, he's so strategic, He's so strategic, and it's so, like, how you drop the Juneteenth pop-out on Juneteenth, and then you drop the music video for They Not Like Us on 4th of July. I mean, he has it sewed up, and that video is really, really good, by the way. It's up to 20 million views right now. I'm not surprised at that, and it's only going to go up from here. It's just, I'm not going to be surprised if this earns a Grammy. It should. It deserves it. DJ Mustard, he deserves a Grammy for this one as well. So we'll be on the lookout for it. What's up, Andy?
And if they don't get a Grammy, it's not going to be an issue because you know what? They're going to get a BET award.
I don't think we got to worry about the BET award. That's for sure. Grammy, though, I mean, I'm thinking. I think so. Okay, so this one is kind of strange. You let me know. Do you think this is strange that Justin Timberlake and Tiger Woods are set to open up a luxury sports bar? The two of them, I mean, not the fact that they're opening up a luxury sports bar. I think that that's great. And it's going to be in Scotland. That's also very interesting. But hey, you know, they're both well-traveled. These things are good. They're well-traveled, but the two of them, it's going to be called T Squared. I guess that makes sense. Maybe Timberland and Tiger. Is it maybe that? It's a cute little name. I just never saw the two of them pairing up together. But shout out to them. I'm all for people going and doing some major things. It actually made me think, you know, this when it comes to black people, I always think like, I would love to see more of us, me included. I would love to see more of us stepping out the box to do something outrageous. You know, a lot of us have small businesses. I get it. I get the things that are against us, but I would love to see something outrageous. Do something outlandish. Open up a restaurant. Start a new, you know, beverage line. No more liquor lines. I'm done. I'm tired. Just put some water. Get some water out there or something, but no more liquor lines. I'm tired of that. But just something really cool I would love to see. But shout out to them. I say shout out to them for this luxury bar. I don't know if I'll ever make it to Scotland, but if you do and you take a couple of drinks and some food over at T Squared, let me know what you think. Marlon Wayans, his house was robbed. Very not cool. Not cool at all. He says his house is the wrong one to rob because he was like, I don't even have anything like that of value. The most valuable thing is my house. He says I'm not the wrong one. And not only that, people are just, they need to understand they can get their lives taken doing some things like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You just never know. It is just not a smart move. And then here's what's really crazy about that situation. His brother, Keenan, was asleep in the house when this happened. I mean, literally, you just never know what could happen. Please, just be smart, be safe, and get your own. Get your own. I just put a video out on Instagram about getting your own. So go watch that video on Instagram. Get your own. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to go do things like that. So Claudia Jordan, she is warning us that COVID-19 is back out here. It's spinning the block in these streets. And she's actually down bad. She says that she's having it worse now than when she had it in 2020. And so she's right about that. COVID definitely seems like it's not going anywhere. It feels like it is adding to the other illnesses and diseases that we have now, and that people will just be getting their shots for. And that's just a weird thought to think about, that now it's a staple. But seems like it is still here. She says she has it. So please take care of yourself again. Eddie Murphy, are you guys watching the Beverly Hills Cops? Andy, are you watching that? You're not watching it. Okay. Well, the Beverly Hills Cops is on, I believe it's Hulu. I could be wrong about that, but he's doing his thing. Afion Crockett, shout out to Afion. He's on there as well. And it's sad that it seems as though they haven't gotten a lot of publicity around it. I hadn't even known that the show was out there. But shout out to Eddie Murphy. Did you know Eddie Murphy's son is dating Martin Lawrence's daughter? That is a great pair. And first of all, they look really good together. But Eddie Murphy says, listen, if they decide to get married and have kids, he's expecting for that kid to be funny. I guess, you know, it's going to run in the family. And I think I'd be happy to see that. I'd be happy to see that. All right. Lastly, when it comes to the updates. Now, what's up with all these laws? And we're not getting any in California. Illinois, they now have a law that's requiring influencers to, whoever features their kids, they're now requiring the parents to pay their kids. I'm all for it. I got to know from you, should influencer parents pay their kids if they use them in their videos or their skits? Or, you know, is that part of the is that part of the territory? You know what I'm saying? You just got to contribute your piece. I want to know from you. I'm going to ask that over in our poll. But let's go ahead and jump right into the Raw Report, Andy.
Now it's time for a breakdown.
Now, Andy made fun of me about, Dr. Umar and Stephen A. Smith. And now, I kind of got like a little little complex. But you know what? We are talking Stephen A. Smith. It just so happens to be he said something that I thought was pretty interesting. He is calling out B.E.T. As you know, we just recently went in on B.E.T. He's calling them out for honoring O.J. Simpson. Now that's different. There's two sides of this coin that we have to discuss. I mean, is he right about that? He says this is supposed to be about Black excellence and honoring the greats and all of this stuff. But then on the flip side, OJ is a Black man and he's done some great things for the athletic field. He has done some things in society. He has done some things. Now, I know what he's known for, but we got to talk about that on the other side because, of course, we have a wonderful contributor who is going to talk about this in depth with me. Andy?
What? Hold on. You said we know what OJ is known for?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. It is.
Because he was known for something else.
Absolutely, before that happened.
It's just interesting that is what he's known for now. But I get it.
No, 100%. And we're going to continue to talk about it on the other side. You are listening to The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay right there.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, BB, and you're listening to me on The Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're inside The Raw Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
KBLA Talk 1580 is now celebrating 3 years of amplifying our voice and uplifting our community. We deeply appreciate your support of this radio station and will always do our level best to earn your support. Here's to many more years of loving and serving our community. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
I know it's gonna happen without you.
If we're the ones disproportionately impacted by these climate catastrophes,
Why should we be silent?
turning up the volume all year long on the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust new Febreze car vent clips, now with 3 times greater scent control, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with new Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing, which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertari Plessy. Nefertari felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Rob Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yes, you are inside the Rob Report. And I'm not the only one, though, here to have this conversation with me about Stephen A. Smith calling out B.E.T. regarding O.J. Simpson is Chris Gunther of The Chris Gunther Show. Hey to you, Chris.
Robin, what's going on with you?
I am chilling. It's Friday, and I'm ready for the weekend. I hope the same for you. How was your 4th of July, by the way?
Man, my 4th of July was great because I had a chance to just kind of relax for a little bit. I don't do that as much, so it was nice to kind of just take a pause and just rest, while we really don't celebrate the 4th because, Juneteenth is our holiday. It's nice to kind of have a day of rest.
Yeah, I had a friend who said, happy day off. I thought that was
pretty
funny.
much, yeah. Because,
I thought that was funny.
It
was clever.
It's the God's honest truth. Like, I'm not somebody that's super woke. However, we also know the truth. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to leave that there because I'm sure we got a lot of truths that we're going to talk about within the next few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to know from you, Chris, before we move on, the question that I'm asking everyone over in our YouTube poll is, should influencer parents pay their kids if they use them in their videos and their skits? Like, I know a lot of influencers, and yeah, they've actually come up off of their kids and become very popular off of their kids. And so, I mean, they may, I guess maybe to some degree, if these parents are being paid a lot of money, I'm sure they're giving the kids something a little bit here, a little bit there. But do you think that they should actually be paid for performing on video?
Yes, I do, 100%, because eventually, if you don't know how to market yourself, if you don't know how to correctly ride that wave, then all of a sudden it's gonna run out. At least set your kids up for something, especially if you know how to monetize it the right way. I do believe that the influencer parents should definitely be paying their kids.
Mm-hmm. Agreed with that. I agree with that. But on the flip side, let me ask you this. Do you believe that child actors or child influencers should pay their parents any sort of fee, like a fee, because their parent is doing all the things or getting them prepared for whatever, or, kind of managing some of the brand deals or whatever the case may be, managing even the money or getting them started? Do you feel like it should work the other way as well?
A parent's job is to set their kids up for success. The kid's job is not to set the parents up for success, unless there are some extenuating circumstances. Unless your kid, all of a sudden becomes a millionaire, wins the lottery, becomes a professional athlete, that's a little different. But it's usually 9 out of 10 times kids are not supposed to be paying their parents. Parents are supposed to be setting an example for the kids, setting them up to make sure that they have a much better life than they do.
I agree with that, but do you feel like, even if it's not about setting your parents up, do you feel like the parents have put in a lot of work to help this child get money? You still don't feel like that deserves a fee?
I don't, and the reason why is because, God rest his soul, look at what Gary Coleman unfortunately had to deal with. Mm-hmm. His parents completely screwed him over, ripped him off where he died broke. So, no, I do not believe that, the kids need to be paying the parents. I do not believe that at all.
I do.
Gee, Robin, I wonder why.
I believe, what does that mean? Explain that you wonder why.
I wonder, well, let's just see. You're an amazing woman, an amazing mother. You have some amazing kids. I know they're about to go and do some amazing things in this next chapter of their life. So I'm pretty sure moms will be like, "Yo, don't forget your mama," which we all know they will not do.
That's not the reason at all. That was nice though, but that wasn't the reason at all. The reason why I say that, because we're fine. We don't need our children's money. But what I'm saying is, there was a time where, for instance, when my kids were, really young, they got into the business at 9 months. I think they got signed at 9 months or something. And I was a stay-at-home mom, and my kids got signed and they went to auditions. They didn't go to auditions. I took them to auditions, right? I took them to auditions. They booked jobs. We had to, both myself and my husband, we did a lot of things surrounding that to to ensure their success with what they were able to do. They didn't have a say so in it per se, but they weren't doing a whole lot, but they were getting booked a lot, and all of that took a lot of work. And then you're the one who set your kids up. You're doing a lot of the behind the scenes work. So while I agree with you about the Gary Coleman example, that the industry has changed so much because of times like that, and like if you remember Shirley Temple and all of that, but the industry has changed, and so they set the kids up. The government, they're saying, listen, your kids have to they have to get a Coogan account. They have to have certain things in order to ensure that they keep their money. They keep their money, right? And so the small amount that does come home to your children, it is for them or for however you see fit. So while we didn't take a gang of money from our kids or anything like that, I'm just saying I do believe that if the parents are working for their children and they are doing things for their children, I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. So that's what I'll say there. But this conversation isn't even about that, though, Chris. We are getting ready to have this conversation about all of what Stephen A. Smith had to say about calling out the B.E.T. Awards for honoring O.J. Simpson. Can we get into what Stephen A. Smith had to say? Let's just take a listen to it.
This is the B.E.T. Awards. This is a celebration of blackness, of black culture, of black entertainment, of black excellence. And when you do something like this, you got folks outside the community see that. TMZ talking about it, NBC talking about it, CNBC talking about it, CBS talking about it, USA Today talking about it, PBS, everybody but PBS. When that kind of stuff happens, how do you think that benefits us? And that's a story that we don't get into nearly as much as we should. Did it ever occur to anybody to remind yourself of the responsibility we have? I'm not blaming any of the folks there in the audience. They didn't know. And even though BET is owned by Paramount, it's still BET. Black folks everywhere, all up in there.
All right. We will get to a clip from News Nation who speaks on this. You know, when Stephen A. Smith is talking about the outsiders and people are talking about this, he's mentioning certain people, and we'll get to that in 1 second. But let me know your thoughts, Chris, because are you on the side of Stephen A. Smith saying, listen, we shouldn't have paid that pennies. We shouldn't have honored O.J. Simpson whatsoever? Or do you believe, like some people are saying, number one, he's still a black man, so he's still our brother that we have to receive. And he has done, although we know what he's known for, like Andy and I were saying, it is sad that he's now known for this murder that he was charged with. We know him for that, but prior to that, we had known him for something completely different, and that was excellence. So where do you stand when it comes to Stephen A. Smith?
Well, let me first of all put this out there. Anybody that knows me knows that I have the utmost love and respect for Stephen A. That's my guy, but I cannot agree with him on this one, and here's why. We understand what O.J. Simpson is known for post-NFL career. Mm-hmm. But let's look at what he did with the totality of his life. The first half of his life was great. He was in the NFL. He was a Heisman Trophy guy. He won that. Then he goes and, does all of these amazing things on the field, holds records and breaks records, one of the greatest ever pick up a football, etc. But then we see how his life started to really have much of a bigger impact on the negative side once he stopped playing football. Mm-hmm. And we all know what he's known for in post-football life, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. However, that is still a human, and he is still a brother at the end of the day. And for Stephen A. to make those comments, as much as I love and got a lot of respect for him, I can't rock with him on this one because BT is in their right to honor our own. Because we are the only ones that normally do that this time of year. Because the other, like, for example, MTV won't honor us, VH1 will not honor us. That's a conversation for a different day. Mm-hmm. However, when it comes down to what OJ has meant to the culture on the positive side is great. But you have to take everything into consideration. What he did in the second half of his life, while it was not something that we liked, and it definitely was not something that we want to accommodate. We have to take into full totality that this man was a part of our culture. Even though he tried to disown us, we never fully disowned him. Look at what Johnny Cochran did. One of the greatest lawyers, if not the greatest lawyers of all time, he had this statement: if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And he got OJ off. OJ was not found guilty. He was other people have their own thing that they like to talk about as far as conspiracies, etc. But OJ was found innocent in the court of law. And that's all I'll say on that.
Do you feel like it's strange that people still, if they believe that OJ actually did it, they have committed in their minds that that's what it is all the way throughout his death. There are some people who are absolutely committed, such as Stephen A. Smith. He's not alone in that. Do you find that strange, considering the extensive trial that happened and them finding him not guilty? Do you find it strange that people still are saying, well, he just got away with it?
100% I find it strange, because if you go through a court trial, you go through everything. And at the end of that trial, now here comes the answer: guilty or not guilty. Once you are found innocent and once you are not guilty, you should be able to go on and live the rest of your life. However, because of the man that O.J. Simpson was, and because of the high-profile celebrity that he was, it's hard for people to really believe that he did not do it, especially when he came out with a book and said, what if I did do it? Now that makes people wonder, well, did we just let a guy get off for murder? However, I can only go based off of what the facts said. The facts said that the glove didn't fit and he got off.
Those are the facts. Those are definitely the facts.
Hey, at the end of the day, yes, we are both in this realm of being reporters and media. We have an obligation to tell you what the facts say. The fact says it right there. And therefore, since the facts said it right there, I got to leave it at that. Whether I agree with B.E.T. for doing what they did or not, I cannot argue with the facts.
Yeah. Well, Fahima Sek, she says B.E.T. simply acknowledged that he passed away and it was part of B.E.T.'s in memorial. And then she said Stephen A. Smith needs to have a seat. Well, I hear that. I think what could be the triggering point for him is that, it was what took place right before then. We're going to talk about that. We're going to play this clip from News Nation, all on the other side. Right now, though, we've got news, traffic, and sports. You are listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
Hey, what's going on? It's your girl, Takara Williams, here with Robin Ayers on The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. If you ain't here, baby, hurry up.
More of The Rob Report with Robin Ayers when we come forward.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Biden is making a campaign stop in the key battleground state of Wisconsin today, as reports say his 2024 campaign hangs in the balance. Biden is trying to ease concerns among his allies and voters following his poor debate performance last week, which prompted some of his fellow Democrats to call on him to drop out of the race. The president says he's absolutely not going anywhere. Two 14-year-old boys are in police custody in connection to vandalizing a park in suburban Mount Prospect, Illinois. Police say the youngsters were caught with spray paint Monday evening at Bussey Park. The defendants are accused of spraying racial slurs and other graffiti on benches at a baseball field and a supply hutch. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com. Stay safe, stay cool, have a great weekend.
Over in Long Beach, a crash remains on the off-ramp, which is partially blocked at Cherry Avenue on the 91 East, with heavy traffic that continues from Long Beach Boulevard. Heavy traffic on the 105 East after Wilmington Avenue in Willowbrook continues as an accident remains on the right shoulder, and heavy traffic continues from Central. Emergency crews are on scene back in Santa Clarita's 5 south of the Lyons Avenue, Pico Canyon Road interchange, as an accident's on the right shoulder, with a 20-minute backup running heavy from Valencia Boulevard. And in Studio City, right shoulder to the connector, the 170 North on the 101 continues to be with a slowdown from Linkersham due to an accident.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit Allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Is this the title? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Dodgers lost 2 out of 3 to Arizona at home. The Dodgers are glad to see Arizona first baseman Christian Walker leave town. Walker hit 5 home runs in the 3-game series, 4 in the last 2 games. The Dodgers are back in action tonight against Milwaukee. First pitch at 7:10. The Angels were swept at Oakland. They were shut out yesterday. The Angels have lost 4 straight. They're in Chicago today to start a 3-game series with the Cubs. The LA Sparks are at home tonight against the Las Vegas Aces, the 2-time defending WNBA champions. The Sparks are trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. The World Boxing Council expelled junior welterweight champion Ryan Garcia until further notice for using the N-word and making derogatory comments about Muslims in a live online video. Garcia will not be allowed to fight or participate in any boxing activities. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is the fastest growing talk radio station in Southern California. Home to 50,000 watts and an audience reach of 12 million listeners. KBLA Talk 1580 is a pioneer for black audio content, including our groundbreaking $2 million climate justice campaign and the most loyal, influential audience. According to an independent research study by the polling firm Aviterus, for the second consecutive year, KBLA Talk 1580 is the most trustworthy, reliable, and credible news source for black audiences and beyond in Southern California. Let KBLA Talk 1580 power your advertising dollars. Our omni-channel custom marketing solutions are specifically tailored to connect with your ideal target audience. We leverage audio, podcasts, streaming, digital, social media, and local activations to get your message out to the black community. Get in touch with our advertising team today at advertising@KBLA1580.com. That's advertising@KBLA1580.com. KBLA 1580. We've got you black.
Oh, man. Looks like Bobby needs a ride to the airport again.
Grab the keys.
Who's taking Auntie and her friends to the swap meet?
Grab the keys.
How about we drop these boxes off at Miss Johnson?
Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, you're all about getting things done. So do it all in a Chevy SUV. From the versatile Equinox and sporty Blazer to the roomy Traverse, our lineup of SUVs will carry you through every adventure. All you have to do is...
grab the keys.
That's how we do. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR on all 2024 Silverado 1500, Blazer EV, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Colorado models. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment, 17.0%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/31/24.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
Keeping you informed about what's really going on. Who's got next? And what not to miss in entertainment. You're listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580.
What? Yeah. Worry about a hater? Not me. What? Turn to the max, no sleep. Smoke the 100 to the face, give a what a say everything about me. Everything about me. Everything about me. Everything about me. Everything about me.
the Raw Report on KBLA Talk 1580. I see Andy, he feeling some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Andy feeling some kind of way. He want to dance today. If you are just joining us on the Raw Report, come on in here. We're having a good conversation. It's an interesting one because to me, I see this as being a coin, and they're just simply two sides of the coin. I don't know where all of you stand. Well, maybe I do, because I'm asking the question right now. Was BET wrong for honoring O.J. Simpson? 73% of you say no. Wow. While only 27% of you say yes, he was wrong. We're talking with Chris Gunther right now. And, Chris, I was having an interesting conversation with Andy. Andy, please jump on the mic. Let us know. I mean, it was pretty brilliant what you had to say. And it made me think more so than anything. It made me think. Give us your take on it.
One thing about Stephen A has been very consistent on his stance on O.J. Simpson, even when O.J. Simpson, even when O.J. Simpson was alive, right? For the most part, who didn't watch the trial, right?
Right.
So him being, a public viewer himself, watching everything go down and watching the evidence, in his opinion, he felt that O.J. Simpson should have been guilty, right? But let's take into account the matters of the situation at that time. This was 1994, heels off of Rodney King and the L.A. riots. So that trial right there alone, O.J. Simpson, when you think about public opinion, we wanted O.J. Simpson to win. We didn't care whether he did it or not.
Very true.
This was a black man in the legal system, and we wanted to see him win. Yeah. We didn't care whether he did it or not. And I think there was a lot of public pressure to where they had to have a not guilty vote. Now, everything that occurred afterwards, you know what I'm saying? That's up for discussion. But I do think that played a factor into it.
I have to say this, Andy. I was in high school when the trial was happening. Most of us weren't able to clock that trial, bit for bit, word for word. I've done that before in several other trials, and OJ was not one of them. But we did check in. There were some teachers who would play during lunch or something like that, and we checked in. And you're right. I think most of us who really didn't understand the gravity of this trial and all of the details, all we knew is that they had one of us. They had one of us sold up, and we wanted him off. Does that have any weight when we talk about us coming right off of the riots here in LA, this O.J. Simpson trial happening, in Simi, but in LA, was it Simi, or was that that was Rodney King, but this happened here in LA. Everything surrounding that happened in LA. Does that hold any weight that it's possible that the powers that be were just like, listen, we don't want the smoke. We don't want smoke with everybody who we know that they will give it to us if we found him guilty.
In a sense, that does play a factor in it, just because of how much of an uproar LA was during that time period. We understand what happened with the Rodney King verdict and how, people did damage to it. So now here we are, not even that much longer later, you have a guy who was one of the greatest football players of all time now being on trial for something. And then let's just say, for example, if he would have been found guilty, and I don't know if anybody ever thought about this, but let's just say if he was found guilty, if it would have been the LA riots part 2, just because we understand the magnitude of how this country has historically treated us in the legal system. I just want to put that out there.
No, that's fair. It's fair. Faison Love, there are other people who have come out and said what they needed to say, but Faison Love was another one who said, listen, he was found not guilty, and so that should matter for something. Now, I think we do all agree OJ went back to jail, or he went to jail, and it's because he actually was guilty. Maybe that in and of itself is not showcasing your excellence. I do believe that I don't agree with him, nor do I condone what he did, but I understood it. I'll say that. I understood it, not condoned, but I understood it. And I think a lot of people who are being hung up on that original trial is pretty much, that is sort of what's hanging in the balance for them. I do want to get to Fahima, who is on the line with us right now. Hey, Fahima.
Yeah, just very briefly, Robin. Before I went to Howard, I remember watching the Bronco chase, and then when I got to Howard a few years later, I was there when the verdict was released. And you saw the students in the cafeteria, and I was amongst those students that were in the cafeteria when the verdict came down. I just wanted to say that for context. The fact of the matter is, B.E.T. simply mentioned that he passed away. So, I mean, what is the big deal? I'm sure Stephen A. Smith wasn't even watching the B.E.T. Awards.
A lot of people didn't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, really. So, and even like they did a thing on TMZ as well. They heard that he was honored in memoriam on the B.E.T. Awards. The man lived and he died, and they acknowledged the fact that he passed away. Let him rest in peace.
Well said. I do hear that. Andy?
I hope everybody has the same smoke for Diddy.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well.
Absolutely.
Speaking of what Stephen A. Smith mentioned, he talked about the people on the outside, basically the others who are watching BET, watching us, and talking about us. It, to me, felt a little bit like he was toe tapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, they watching us. And, it's that, but I still agree when I say this is our business. This is our business. Who cares what the other people are saying? We will get to this clip about what one of the people or one of the organizations that he was talking about. But Andy, go ahead.
Hold on. So, just for clarification, are we having issues with Stephen A. because other people are watching? Are we having that issue that he's addressing that other people are watching?
That's a portion of it.
A portion of it? Okay. Because I know there were other people. I mean, we talked about it on the Raw Report. We were upset about the BET Awards about some other things. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I think people could look at this situation with Stephen A. Smith and be upset for different reasons. Some people agree with him, others don't. I'm just saying I don't like the fact that he's like, they looking at us, they watching us, and that's not the only thing. I actually happen to agree that OJ, it didn't matter to me that he was honored, because it's not like they did a very specific tribute to him. He was mentioned. Let's go ahead and get to this clip, because we will hear a little bit of what was said right before they played that clip. Let's take a listen.
O.J. Simpson, the guy found responsible by a civil jury for killing his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ronald Goldman, was just recognized for his excellence and contributions to society. Yes, really. The B.E.T. channel thought it would be a good idea to include O.J. Simpson in their in memoriam tribute at the BET Awards last night.
As we celebrate Black excellence tonight, we must also honor the Black excellence that we unfortunately lost this year. It's never easy to say goodbye to those who influence us, but we can take a moment to celebrate and acknowledge their contributions to the culture. From singers to actors, athletes to activists, these individuals changed how our artistry is seen and left us with a legacy that we will always remember.
We will surely remember him all, but not as a former NFL player, as that montage put it, but as a killer who on the criminal side got away with 2 murders. Apparently many in the audience seemed stunned, and the applause actually apparently died down in person when his face popped up. Just as important, how do you think the families of baseball legend Willie Mays or civil rights activist Dexter Scott King feel after they were included in the same montage as O.J. Simpson for their contributions to culture? Has us asking the folks at BET, what were you thinking? Thank you for watching.
Chris, I'll jump to you 1 second. Top Networkers group says the commentary from the hosts is disappointing. We saw the trial. He was innocent. The riots had nothing to do with the outcome. Okay. Well, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. That's what this is all about. Everybody giving their own opinion. We were not in the courtroom. We were not jurors. And
somebody doesn't know comprehension.
Okay, and and that too. Okay, so that was the clip that we just played was Dan Abrams from News Nation, who clearly is committed to finding or to, in his mind, OJ is guilty, has always been guilty, and he got away with it. Does he have a point that the families of the others who were mentioned, such as Willie Mays, he says Dexter Scott King. I'm saying I didn't watch the BET Awards, so I didn't know who else was all included in that segment. But does he have a point that the families may feel some kind of way, Chris?
A point that the families would feel some type of way. I understand why he said it, but the reality is OJ was found not guilty. What he was able to accomplish on the football field did deserve to be honored. What he accomplished off the football field is something none of us should ever be proud of, but he was tried as an American citizen. He was found not guilty at that particular time because he later did get arrested later on in his life because people broke into his house and he went back to get his things back. They got him in jail simply because at that time they wanted to pretty much make up for something that they feel that they dropped the ball on years prior. So that is my take on that.
Okay. Well, also, the lady who was giving this speech, she was presenting this particular one was Tia Mowry. She was the one who was saying that, listen, it's never easy to say goodbye to those who influence us. And they are talking about Black excellence. And I guess if you want to take, none of us can be summed up by one thing that we've done in our lives. All of us have made mistakes. All of us have done, large and small. We've all sinned, all of that. And so the point is, you can't sum up a person by one of those things. It's really, it's who you are as a person. How have you contributed? How have you once loved on people or once influenced people? All of that should matter. All of that should matter. So with O.J. Simpson, regardless of what people think, the man was found innocent. And he had done some great things. He had influenced people. He has done some great things with his life, and that is what that particular segment was, because we did lose him this year. So with that being said, anything else you would like to add, Chris, while you got the last word?
My last words on this, as much as I respect the heck out of Stephen A., he's 100% wrong for those kind of comments. For B.E.T. to...
Uh-oh. I think we lost you, Chris. I think we lost Chris. He said for B.E.T. to something. Can't hear you anymore, Chris, but thank you so much for calling in. You can find him and his show, chrisgunther.com. I believe that's the website if you guys want to look into him and all the great things that he's doing. He's interviewing a lot of people as well as athletes, so please go check him out. And when we come forward, maybe we'll get into some music and some other things on the other side. You are listening to The Rob Report on KBLA Talk 1580. Stay there.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Denzel Whitaker, and I'm on The Rob Report.
You're inside The Rob Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PATH to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada. Member FDIC.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. Our city's hottest weeks of summer are approaching. If you're 60 or older, you're at risk of heat stroke or worse. Extreme heat can kill. That's why KBLA Talk 1580 is part of our year-long climate justice campaign. Has partnered with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and the LA City Department of Aging for LADWP's Powered by Equity event, Heat Relief for Seniors Resource Fair. Join fellow LA seniors who hope to beat the heat and stay safe on Monday, July 15th, 10 a.m. at the Watts Labor Community Action Center in South Los Angeles. Learn about LADWP's Easy Save and Level Pay programs to help lower your monthly electric bill. And there will be tips and resources to be ready and safe in the heat. LADWP customers 60 years or older will be eligible to receive a portable air conditioner while supplies last. Personal ID and your LADWP bill are required. Contact your LA Department of Aging Neighborhood Senior Center for Cool LA Heat Relief for Seniors participation details or visit www.ladwp.com/events.
Have you been a victim of discrimination at a private business, by a landlord while seeking housing, by an employer, or by an academic institution? If so, the LA Civil Rights Department may be able to help. Please contact us at CRE@lacity.org or call 213-978-1845. Again, 213-978-1845 or visit laisforeveryone.com.
Giving you your daily dose of entertainment and celebrity news. You're inside the Robin Report with Robin Ayers on KBLA Talk 1580.
I am definitely awaiting Stephen A. Smith's comments regarding Diddy. We know, and I don't know if you know at all, but these criminal charges look like they may be filed against him. He was just made aware, and I don't know. I don't know if Stephen A. I don't even know what their relationship is, or if they've ever even had a relationship. But I'm interested to see what those comments would be. Are you?
He spoke on Diddy.
Yeah.
He did.
As far as the in what way?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But just go to his page, Stephen A. Smith Diddy. I'm sure you'll find it.
Okay. But I mean, I think it's just because we've all seen at this point. It's like you can't not see that and not make a comment about it. But just in regards of like this being a criminal case at some point, I'm curious to see about that. Anyway, I do want to go ahead and get into this song by a woman who I love, and I'm sure you've heard me talk about her before. We said that she should have performed at the B.E.T. Awards. This is Lady London. And the song is called Do Something.
Hit Mac. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. Oh, baby. Oh, I might do something to you. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. Oh, baby. Oh.
I like the finer things in life. Designer and a flights. I got Gabbana on the island with a bottle and the ice. I swear to God, it's been a night. My heart and mind is in a fight. But if the cards could get aligned, I wouldn't mind to be your wife. I gotta advise so that it's not a surprise. I know you like me cause you swipe up and send me the eyes. Probably a nice dude, but trying to entice who? With flowers that never die and some overpriced fruit. I think you capping, I need action. Look full of yapping, I need passion. If you really don't get it or understand, keep saying you'll spend a band. Okay, pot, and what you gonna do? How you gonna move? You say you that dude, but now you mute. Send me some loot, you hit the Zell. I might climb the top of Class A Azul till I hit the bell.
I might do something to you. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. Oh, baby. Oh, I might do something to you. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. Oh, baby.
Love. I might do something to you too. It's hardly been the same. And since we've been together, it's the calm within the rain. I know my sign is water, so it's solid and the steam. I can give you ice cold to be the smoke within the flame. I'm a Cancer, so romantic is my standard. But they ain't a Cancer that's not damaged. I need passion to keep me from backtracking. My ex got a bad habit of knowing my patterns, come and do it to me. Prove it, show it, I won't believe it, make a movie for me. On your story so I can see it. And I like privacy on both ends. Emoji over your face and close friends. I'm more private than a G5. I'm private as a Leah. Private as an island with a population 0. I'm silent, I like shopping, I like vibing when I chill. Link me and they get to posting comments on my reels.
My life, you think of me in the late night. Leave you tongue-tied. Energy in the room, yeah, got me hypnotized. Oh baby, oh, I might do something to you. I might do something to you. I might do something to you. Oh baby, oh.
That is Lady London featuring Jeremiah. Do something. It's the whole vibe. Pretty Brown Mimi says it's a summer vibe. I would agree with you right there. Yeah. Definitely a great vibe. Yes, have a great weekend, everybody. I'm sure you will. Please be safe. I'll say that over and over again because we know that these fireworks, they still gonna be going off. So be safe out there. What I don't want you to miss is, we talked about it earlier on. Try to check out Beverly Hills Cop. It's called Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. That stands for Axel Foley. Listen, I think it's on Netflix. My bad, I called it Hulu earlier. But it's on Netflix. You can check it out. I'm so sorry that they have not done a lot of promotion around this show. But it's Eddie Murphy. That's our guy. We have to support. And from what I understand, a lot of the same characters are involved in the show, which is pretty cool that they made this into a series anyway. So go ahead and check that out. I think it's doing well. I hope it's doing well, just for the sake of, our icon. I love him so much. Anyway, yeah, Netflix. Okay, so I see your messages. I truly appreciate you all. We are back right again on Monday with another great show because that's exactly how we getting down. As you already know, a lot happens over the weekend, and so come Monday, it's always interesting to see all the things that unfold. I know we talked a lot about B.E.T. and all that, but I'm gonna put that to the side. I want to let you know also that I did hear back from Columbus Short, his wife, and they both say that, or not they both, his wife is saying, listen, I think this should just fizzle out. So I'm not sure that we're going to have Columbus on. Maybe we'll get a statement, maybe we won't. But regardless of that, we're going to have a great show Monday. So make sure that you stay tuned with us. Stay connected. I appreciate you all. My name is Robin Ayers. And remember today and every day forward to be a blessing.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. President Biden is making a campaign stop in the key battleground state of Wisconsin today, as reports say his 2024 campaign hangs in the balance. Biden is trying to ease concerns among his allies and voters following his poor debate performance last week, which prompted some of his fellow Democrats to call on him to drop out of the race. The president says he's absolutely not going anywhere.